Today's live lesson. I've got my jacket on. It's a little bit nippy. Do you know that word? Nippy? Nippy means cold. It's a bit nippy because the window was open. I was getting some fresh air and it's still a bit cold. I'll probably take it off as I warm up, but it's a little bit nippy now. But welcome to today's class. I'm so pleased that you're here. I'm so pleased that I'm here. And here we are. Today, we're going to discuss the ambitious project of ambition. We're going to talk about ambitions, different kinds of ambitions. We'll be looking at vocabulary, some idioms. We'll be looking at some of the questions I've been asking you on Facebook. If you are ambitious, is ambition a good or a bad thing? Right? Lots of ideas, lots of language to help you with your IELTS speaking. Great. Welcome. If you don't know me, if it's your first time, welcome. Come in, have a seat. I was going to say get your pen and pencil ready, pen, paper, but you might be a digital native. You might be taking notes on your iPad or something else. Either way, welcome. My name is Keith. I am the Keith Speaking Academy. And there's the website down here if you want to check it out. It's www.Keith Speaking Academy. It's full of ideas, tips, advice about IELTS speaking and how to get better and better, speak better English, give better answers, so you can get that higher score. Guys, if you have not joined the Facebook group, there's lots of activity there. It's if you're into Facebook. If you're not, that's fine. I get it. But it's Keith's Mastermind Community for IELTS Speaking. Come and join us. You can share lots of ideas. We're practicing language. We do a lot of follow-up from the classes as well, from the live lessons, and just a very motivational place to help you improve your English, especially for IELTS speaking. So come and join us there. And can I just say, if you're on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel and turn on that funny ding dong notification button so you can find out about new videos like the video coming this weekend, which is on the IELTS speaking topic, part 1 topic of furniture. So look out for that on Sunday. You can find out how to talk about furniture. A big thank you, by the way, to all of you who have bought the new course, Fluency for IELTS Speaking. It's up on Udemy. There are links down below later. I'll send you links here. I think it's still very cheap, but it's still there. It's a great course to help you improve your fluency, start to automatically use some of your grammar, and build up intonation, kind of natural English intonation. So thank you very much, all of you who've been taking the course. Great. Let's check in. Let's see how you are. Who's in the house? Sukaina from Morocco. Hello. Hi. Tetiana from the Ukraine. Ukraine is here. Hooray. The whole country's here. Brilliant. Ojidiran Bukola, your exam is tomorrow. Good luck. I hope it goes well. Emmy, nice to see you as always again. Mary, you're still here watching the lives. Brilliant. I'm so happy. D. Leo says, yes, very cheap. Great. Zulfiye, great to see you here again. Great. Good to see you're interacting. Ismail from the UAE, nice to see you. United Arab Emirates. Shabnam, hello there. Nice to see you. Lynn, with a big smile from India. How do I know she's got a big smile? Because her avatar goes, wee. Great, nice. And Burke Isayev from Uzbekistan. Great. Or Uzbekistan. That's the Spanish pronunciation. Uzbekistan. Speak English, Keith. Come on. It's Boy. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? I hope things are okay in Bangladesh. I know around the world, lots of people again are coming into lockdown. England's in lockdown. Spain's come back into lockdown. So we're all kind of wrapping up warm, keeping safe. So guys, do stay safe over the winter. I know these are difficult times. Right. Deep, 1998. Is that when you were born, Deep? I wonder. It's freezing outside. Well, here too. I mean, hence the jacket. Stupidly, I had the window wide open. getting some fresh air, but I've closed it now. Never mind. Hui Lin Huang from Taiwan. Hello. Fond memories of Taiwan. You know, I used to live in Taipei just for a year, but I really, really liked it. I hope you're all staying safe. Brilliant. Guys from Facebook, I can see you. Somebody's watching from Hong Kong, but Facebook, I can't see your names. So please forgive me if I don't call out your names. Right. Brilliant. Nice looking jacket. Thank you very much. It's in one of my favorite colors. It's blue, right? So guys, let's jump in. Let's get into ambition. We're going to kick off today's class looking at some kind of essential vocabulary. So let's break down the key things about ambition vocabulary. So let me pull in over here. Let's see if I can pop up on the scroll. There I am. Great. I'll pop up on the screen as well. And let's get rid of that. You know it's about ambition. So the first thing to say, I think, about ambition, right, useful vocabulary, is obviously ambition is a noun, but notice, interestingly, it can be uncountable. I have so much ambition, right, much ambition, uncountable. But it can also be countable. I have many different ambitions, right? So you can have 1 or 2 or 3 ambitions, or it can just be uncountable. So it's an unusual noun. In many ways, that's good news, because whichever way you use it, you can't make a mistake, although the context is important. The adjective to describe somebody who has ambition or who has a lot of ambitions is ambitious. Can you say that with me? Because it's a strange sound. It looks like a T, but it's a sh and a s. Ambitious. It's a very difficult sound, right? Sh, s. Ambitious. Again? Right. I'm ambitious. Yeah, link the mambitious. I'm ambitious. Right? That's your chunk. That's your sound. I'm ambitious. Nice. Great. So what is ambition exactly? A few people were asking this. Ambition, I would say, is a desire to do well, to achieve a goal or to reach a goal and to succeed, right? Now, the next question then, well, what is success? Well, it can be anything, right? Maybe it's making money, having a family, climbing the corporate ladder in your company, or publishing a book, or becoming famous, or just being good at what you do every day, or running a marathon. I don't know. Success can be anything: financial, health, physical, family, all of those things. Ambition, though, similar words, right? An aspiration, right? These are all nouns. Aspiration, intention, right? You can have an intention to make money. I have an aspiration to make money, or I have a goal to make money, or I have a plan to make money. A plan's a bit different, because a plan means you've got a roadmap, right? You've got things you're going to do. Aspiration and intention are just destinations, right? Maybe you don't have a plan, right? But all of these are quite similar. So I'll just give you a context to just make it clear. I have an aspiration to make a lot of money. It's not true. Well, make enough money, right? But anyway, it's an example. I have an aspiration to make a lot of money. Nowadays, right, in this materialistic world, it seems everybody is trying to make money. I have an intention, I have a goal to, I have a plan to, I have a plan to. Great. Good. Simple. Now then, let's see. Moving on slightly. So how can we say that? Very useful expressions, I think. And I was looking at some of the comments you made on Facebook. There were quite a few common mistakes. And I think one of them is the use of to, or not using to, or being, for example. So if you have an ambition, you can say, I want to be rich. I have an ambition to be rich. I long to be, right? I long doesn't mean you're tall. You might be, but you might be short. I long is I really, really, really want to do something. I long to be rich. I strive to be rich. To strive, it sounds like try, which is good because it's similar. It's to try very hard. I strive to be rich, right? Let's just put that in to make it clear. Really want it and try very, very hard. Just to make that clear for you. I dream of being, right, now that was the big mistake. Everybody said, I dreamed to be. When I was a child, I dreamed to be. No, you didn't. I'm afraid you didn't. When you were a child, you dreamed of being a postman. When I was a child, I dreamed of being a postman. Really, not because I wanted to deliver letters, but I thought our postman had the most beautiful, amazing bicycle. The postman had these great big red bicycles, and I thought, I want one of those, so I'll have to become a postman. I dream of being. So these are things we can say, right? Let's just practice a little bit pronunciation. And I'll use the example of rich because it seems to be dominating our society. Oh dear. Right? I want to be rich. Listen to the rhythm. I want to be rich. Want, rich. I want to be rich. I have an ambition to be rich. I long to be rich. Nice. Notice the words that you stress are slightly longer and the pitch is up a bit. I long to be stressed. To be stressed. I long to be stressed. I do not long to be stressed. I long to relax. Boom. I long to be rich. That's it. I strive to be rich. Yeah, really lengthen the vowel of I. I strive to be rich. And then the to be rich is almost you're falling, like I strive to be rich. Boom, you fall down. I strive to be rich. I dream of being rich. Right, brilliant. I want to know, what about you guys? Right, what are your ambitions? Want to be? Have an ambition to be? Bit of practice for you. Tell me what you think. Let me find your comments. I dream of being out of here. What do you mean, Ma? Do you mean out of the class or out of your confinement? Horace says, I want to be successful. Brilliant. Pranali, I strive to be brilliant. Brilliant. Great. Preet, I dream of being a businesswoman. Right, great. So whoever I put up here, can you repeat with me? Ka, I want to be helpful. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Sitha, I dream of being a CEO. A CEO. Let me help you with that. Well, actually, no, you could say CEO. If in the context of a company, you're talking about your company. Yeah, I dream of being CEO. I'm sure one day you will make it. I'm sure. What else have we got? Haha, nice, Bornima. I want to be an immigrant in Canada. Zulkumor, I long to get an 8 from IELTS. Yeah, good. Keep at it, Zulkumor, and I'm sure your dream will come true. Dr. Shariful, I long to be a cardiologist. Well, sir, you already look the part. You have the beautiful coat. You look very smart. I'm sure. I know that's not a requirement, but I'm sure you will make it. Great. Here's a nice one from Armita. I have a burning ambition to get a band 8 score, to get band score 8, a band a band 8 score. Yes, you confused me then. Let's take that out. A band 8 score. Yes. To get a band 8 score. Brilliant. A burning ambition, which brings me on very nicely. Thank you very much, because that brings me into giving more examples here. Now, ambitions, of course, can be long term. He's ambitious at work. He wants to climb the corporate ladder and become the CEO, right? Like our friend, was it Preet? Can't remember who said it, but somebody wanted to be the CEO. And that, there you go. He wants to climb the corporate ladder. It's a nice little idiomatic expression. So to climb the ladder, but to climb the corporate ladder is the business ladder. So you get promoted, promoted, promoted until you become the CEO. That is a long-term ambition. But we also use ambition for short-term. She's quite ambitious. She wants to invite 500 guests to my wedding. To my wedding? To her wedding. I'm not getting married. I've already been married once. Once is enough. Of course it is. She's quite ambitious. She wants to invite 500 guests to her wedding. So that's just for one event. But you can say, oh, that's a bit ambitious, right? That's very difficult. Or I want to sell 1 million copies of my new book. That's very ambitious. Do you think you can do it? Right? So you can see the context of short-term ambition or being ambitious and long-term. When it comes to collocations, somebody talked about the ambition there, the burning ambition. You can have a personal ambition, things like running a marathon, have a big family, losing weight, visit Paris. I always say Paris because it's so, everybody knows Paris. Most people do. Professional ambition, right? Being a cardiologist, right? As the doctor said, or get a PhD, get a promotion, publish a book, speak at a conference if you're a teacher maybe. Lifelong ambition, right? It's a lifelong ambition of mine too. So that's a nice way of saying it, right? It's a different way of talking about I have an ambition. It's a lifelong ambition of mine. It's a nice expression to use. To do something. Healthy ambition. Now, we include healthy ambition because some people see ambition as a negative thing. And if you want to make it clear it's positive, then you talk about healthy ambition, right? So to lose weight, that's a healthy ambition. To have a big family, that's a healthy ambition. So it's not necessarily about your health, but it's a positive ambition, right? To become the CEO, whatever it takes, might not be a healthy ambition, right? Because that means whatever it takes, means maybe you have to push away other people, stamp on other people, and be really ruthless and hard. And it may have a negative ambition. But we can talk about a healthy ambition, right? Driving ambition. She's a person of driving ambition. I'm going to add what we had there. I have a burning ambition. A burning ambition. That's a nice one as well. I have a burning ambition to be CEO. And sometimes, at the workplace, if you're not ambitious, your boss might say, you lack ambition, young man. You need to be more ambitious. Well, maybe not. But the expression, you lack ambition, right, is quite common. Great, good. So lots of collocations there to use about ambition. Lovely. So let's move on. We've talked a bit about ambitions. What ambitions do you have? Oh, we've already got quite a few. That was my next question, but you've already given me a few. Let's share a few more ambitions you've got. Longporn, I long to be a top supermodel. Right, great. Great. And what's your plan? Longporn, what's your plan? How are you going to be becoming that? Lynn says, I strive to be a high achiever. You're showing the stress, aren't you? I think you're showing the stress. I'm going to show your stress where it should be. I strive to be a high achiever. Right. Could you please explain again the usage of dream? Yes. So I said I dream. What did I say? I dream about being, right? Let me go back very, very quickly. I dream of being, or I dream about being. So, well, to dream it's obviously when you're asleep, but also it's an ambition or a goal, something you really, really want, right? So I dream of being rich. I dream about having a big house. So you can also say that. For example, right? I dream about having. So you need either the preposition of or about plus the ing, the gerund. That's it. That's it, Aisha. Super simple. Well done. Good question. Let's come back. Ambitions. So this is good. Sort of. I want to be help poor people. Right. Remember, you need one verb. So instead of be, it's help. I want to help poor people. It's a great ambition. I want to help. So just to be clear, when I said here, I want to be, right? It's I want plus the verb. For example, I want to be, right? And it's the same with all of these. It's I want to plus the verb. Not for all of them, but for I want, I have an ambition, I long, I strive. But it can be any verb, right? I long to have, I long to travel, I long to visit my auntie, right? So I want to help here. You don't need be, right? That was my fault for confusing you, Sorov. But thanks for sharing. Right, here we go. I long to be abroad. Yeah, me too, but we can't right now. I dream of being an entrepreneur. Yes, remember the adjective, the article, an. This is a very hard word to spell. There you go. I dream of being an entrepreneur. Sandeep, great. Great. Mandeep says, I strive to be fluent. Mustafa, I am eager to learn. Great. Nice. And Dr. Asher, I dream of being a successful doctor, right? Again, for a lot of people, it's difficult to know where the article comes in, but here talking about a job, I dream of being a successful doctor. Yeah, good. Brilliant. Lots of them. You all want to, you dream of being good citizens, of being great, successful. I have an ambition to be a computer scientist, says Nima. Excellent. Nice. Okay. So that's great. Now, I was going to say this question, and I've realized it's warming up. Great. I can take my jacket off. Dun, 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 dun. This question, bear with me. What ambitions do you have? That is the typical job interview question. I don't know if you've been for job interviews lately in recent years, but that's often a question they ask you, right? What ambitions do you have? And it's a difficult question because you don't want to sound arrogant, right? What ambitions do you have? You don't want to say, well, I want to have your job. I want to be the CEO one day. It sounds a bit arrogant, pretentious, but you don't want to sound too weak. Oh, I don't have any ambitions. I'm just happy to work here. No, you don't want to sound weak. So you need a balance. You want to show a healthy ambition, a positive ambition for job interviews, right? So, typical job interview question. Let me share with you my thoughts. So, you want to sound, I think, right, enthusiastic, but not arrogant, right? You want to sound enthusiastic, but not arrogant. So, you could say, well, I want to be successful. Well, yes, but that's so general. Whether it's a job or an IELTS interview, it's just so, well, everybody wants to be successful, right? Be a bit more specific. So I would, and especially in IELTS, right? You want to be a bit more specific. Something like, maybe something like this. Let's put this like this. I want to do my job well and one day get promoted because I think I have a lot to contribute, such as my ideas for teaching students in different ways. That's my case, right? So you're giving a more specific idea. I want to do my job well and one day get promoted because, and give the reason why. Well, I think I have a lot to contribute, such as, give an example, right? Such as my ideas for teaching students in different ways, right? And I think this is a great formula for many, many questions. It's your idea, and then it's a reason, and then it's an example. And this is something, I mean, I teach very much for part 3 questions, but look how short this is, right? Even for a part 1 question, you could say, I want to do this because, and such as, and you can give an idea or opinion, a reason, and an example, right? Very, very straightforward way to answer it. Good. Do you know what? This is crazy. It's gone cold again. No sooner have I taken off my jacket, no sooner have I derobed my garment, than I feel cold again. Oh, for goodness sake. It's like a yo-yo. He's up and down, that teacher Keith. His jacket's off, jacket's on. Sitting up, standing down. Come on. What's going on? Stability. Seriousness. Keith Speaking Academy. Great. You can see, right? I'm starting to sniff. Not to worry. It's partly because I went out this morning. So most mornings I like to go out. It was bitter cold this morning. It was really nippy. As I said at the beginning, nippy, remember? Nippy is very, very cold. And I went out for a long walk. I go for about an hour walking through the streets just to get some fresh air and a bit of exercise. And it was so nippy. I could feel winter nipping at my toes. And I thought, yes, it's time to wrap up, time to keep warm. So although it's healthy and it's good, you do need to keep warm. Stay safe, right? Good. Great. So let's come back. Where were we? What was I talking about? Right. I'm going to move on to talk about idioms. Now, idioms about ambition. Nippy. Oh, nippy. Sorry. Okay. Nippy. Like this. Nippy. It's nippy outside. Yeah, cold. It's nippy outside. Thank you, Emma. You've got it. What about US elections? I'm not going to talk about the US elections. They are all higgledy-piggledy. They are in a mess. And I'm not surprised. Oh, seriously, I'm not surprised because you could always sense that whoever won, the other person was going to dispute it and disagree. So I think we're going to have to wait a few days, at least, before this is resolved. So we're all sitting on the edges of our seat. Or maybe not. Maybe you don't care. I don't know. Idioms. Great. People say idioms. Joe Biden winning. Oh no, we're going into a political discussion. I love idioms. Wow. Wow, look at this. Let's share these. Dilpreet has been doing his homework. Dilpreet says, have a bee in one's bonnet, beyond one's wildest dreams, blood, sweat and tears. Have something on the brain, claw one's back, dig in your heels. If you dig in your heels, you fool. Right, brilliant. Well, listen, Dilpreet, you've set the ball rolling. Let's put a few of these in. Let's just explain a few of these, because these are quite nice, some of these. So I've got a bee in my bonnet, right? So this is a very old expression, but do we still use that? I've got a bee in my bonnet. We do, yes, we still use it. Have a bee in one's bonnet. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is, Dilpreet, I'm going to just take the most important ones here. I'm going to copy them. And I'm going to put this, so because you're dominating my my whole screen, with all respect. So, I can get rid of you now in a nice way. Thank you very much for this. Okay, so I've got a bee in my bonnet means a bee. Bzz. Bonnet is your hat. So if you've got a bee in your bonnet, it's something in your head that you want to really, really do. You really want to do. And you're persistent, and you're really, really persistent about it. So I've got a bee in my bonnet about writing a book. I've got a bee in my bonnet about writing a book. It means I've got this idea and I really, really want to do it. So you could say, if somebody says, well, do you have any ambitions? Well, I've got a bee in my bonnet about writing a book. I would really like to publish a book one day. Do you know what? It's true. I have got a bee in my bonnet about writing a book. I've got this idea for 2 books that I've been mulling over for a long time. So that's a nice ambition. Beyond one's wildest dreams, the next one, well, it just means, obviously, it's something that you can't imagine. It's almost, it's beyond my wildest dreams. It's something that you really, really want, but you can't imagine having, because it's beyond your reality, beyond your reach, almost. So let's say something so great, I can hardly imagine it. Right? So we could say, well, not writing a book, I can imagine that, but publishing a book is beyond my wildest dreams. Right, that's a nice one. It's beyond my wildest dreams. Publishing a book is beyond my wildest dreams. So again, that's something you could talk about when you're talking about here, about this. Blood, sweat and tears. I've got an example with that, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. I've got that one in my head. Have something on the brain. I've got something on my mind, on my brain. It's got something on my... I'm going to take that off. I don't think we use that very much. Doesn't sound very natural to me. Claw one's way back, yes, is to make a comeback. A comeback, which means when things have gone wrong, to come back and succeed. So to make a comeback. So to be successful after a failure. Something like that, right? Claw one's way back. This we would normally use like in, I don't know, like a football match. You know, Manchester United, oh dear, they did terrible again. They're having a terrible season, right? But if they're losing a match and they manage to come back and win, they can claw their way back, right? I was losing the game, but I managed to claw my way back and win. Okay, To dig in your heels. That's probably a better one. To be persistent. To dig in your heels, right? I'm going to publish a book. I've decided I'm going to publish my book. And even though my friends say it's just a dream, I'm going to dig in my heels. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? When you've got a dream and people say, oh, that's stupid, it will never happen, give up. I hate that. And then you say, I'm going to dig in my heels. I'm going to show you. Right. I'm going to publish my book. Even though my friends say it's just a dream, I'm going to dig in my heels. I'm going to dig my heels in. I'm going to dig in my heels. Okay, great. One or two nice expressions there. Let me add a couple more. On a similar one, dig in my heels, very, very similar, is throw in the towel. I'm sure you know that, right? I will never throw in the towel. I will never stop or give up. You need to dig in your heels. You need to stick at it. It's the same. Persevere or be persistent is actually the same meaning, right? To be persistent or to persevere is to continue, to carry on. So when you're talking about ambitions, really important to stick at it. Even though your friends say, it's a pipe dream, it'll never happen, you must stick at it and dig your heels in. Don't throw in the towel. Sound like a life coach. Carry on at all costs, come rain or shine. So even though something is difficult, carry on at all costs. Same meaning, exactly the same meaning, right? To continue or to persevere. Or this expression, which I came up actually in the discussions on Facebook, I will have to go to great lengths to achieve this goal. To go to great lengths, length from long, right? If something's long. So if you put in a lot of effort and you do everything you can, do everything possible, you go to great lengths, right? So maybe you've got a presentation at work and you spend 3 hours or 4 hours preparing it. You go to great lengths to prepare your presentation. You go to great lengths because you want it to be successful. So I will have to go to great lengths. I will have to go to great lengths to achieve this goal, right? And I realize as I say that, right, as a native speaker, I say it very quickly. I will have to go to great lengths to achieve this goal. But as a non-native speaker, you can keep your fluency, but by breaking it up. I will have to go to great lengths to achieve this goal. So you could phrase it like that, right? I will have to go to great lengths to achieve this goal. And then each one is a chunk. Try it with me. I'll have to go, and then we'll make a contraction. I'll have to go to great lengths to achieve this goal. The whole thing. I'll have to go to great lengths to achieve this goal. Right? You can feel the chunk, pause, chunk, pause, chunk. I'll have to go to great lengths to achieve this goal. Okay, that's the way to build up your fluency. Break it down, make it manageable. Nice. Then I reached my goal, but it was blood, sweat, and tears. This was the other one. Blood, sweat, and tears all the way. Blood, sweat, and tears just means very, very hard work. You can imagine, right? If you've got blood and sweat and you're crying, you can imagine how difficult it was. Blood, sweat, and tears. Tears when you're crying. Blood from when you cut yourself. Sweat from when you're hot. blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, you imagine somebody working in the labor camp, digging the ground or breaking stones. There's going to be blood on the hands, there's going to be sweat on the forehead, and probably tears from the pain. So even though it's a very powerful image, we use it as an everyday idiom. It's something that's very hard work. So, you know, I went to great lengths to prepare my presentation. I was up all night for 5 hours. It was blood, sweat, and tears. Idiomatic, because obviously there's no blood, hopefully. I hope not, but it's just very hard work. Great. So lots of idioms there, right? Lots of them. Let's see. Let's check in with you guys. Oh, that's a good question. Halle, what's the difference between idiom and slang? Slang is a regional difference. They are words used in a particular place, in a particular city or region. So the slang of London is different from the slang of Manchester, which is different from the slang of New York, right? So they are regional differences. So slang you shouldn't use in IELTS speaking. Idioms are just, it's English across the world, international English or British American English. We may use different idioms, but lots of them are the same. And an idiom is a phrase where the meaning of the words is a little different from the whole meaning of the expression, right? Like blood, sweat, and tears doesn't mean literally blood and sweat. It just means hard work. Nice question, Halle. Nice. Can I see this video later, Akansha? Yes, you can. This will be on YouTube permanently. Yes. It's a nice expression here. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. It's a nice expression. It's a difficult one to use in IELTS, I think. But it's a nice expression. Where am I, Huelin? Huelin, right now I'm in Spain. Great. Any more idioms? Yeah, avec qui manger? Bonjour, mademoiselle. Avec qui manger? Are you inviting people to dinner? I stick at my dreams. Nice. Yes, you can say that. Stick with it. Yes. You can also say stick with it. Yes. I need to stick at it or I need to stick with it. You can say both of those. Enchilada. Enchaula. Right. Persistent. Good. I am going to, yeah, I've got a feeling. I've got a terrible feeling. Don't worry. I am going to take care of myself. It cost an arm and a leg. Yes. Well, Vishal, nice one. Trump will have to go to great lengths to win the election. He has already gone to great lengths, I think. Right. I will have to go extra miles to achieve my educational goals. This is a good expression. The actual expression is I will have to go the extra. It's to go the extra mile. To go the extra mile in the singular. I'll have to go the extra mile. Yeah, I will have to go the extra mile to achieve my educational goals. Nice, nice. Yes. So we can say, I'm willing to go the extra mile to reach my goal. I am willing, excuse me. I'm willing to go the extra mile to reach my goal. That's a nice expression. Brilliant. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Yep, from Amila. And that's to keep working, to keep going. It's a nice expression. I will keep my nose to the grindstone, particularly with work, right? Let's get back to the grinds. Keep my nose to the grindstone. That's used normally at work. So if you're preparing for a promotion or to do hard work, yes. if you're training for a marathon, you might not use this because that's a personal ambition. But for professional ambitions, yes, I would say so. Yes. Great. Rose. Great. Our lucky draw winner. Hello. I just finished coaching a training session, but it was blood, sweat, and tears to prepare. Lovely. Very, very nice. Excellent. Good. It's time for a cup of tea. I've got some more questions for you, and then we're going to move on and do some model answers. Right. So here's my next question for you. Ambition, right? Is it good or is it bad? It's an interesting question. Ambition. Come down. Good or bad? What do you think? Is it good or is it bad? Tell me what you think. Let's have a look. Oh, some more good expressions. I'll try and pick up the idioms I've missed. Some of you have got some nice ones. I'll try and pick them up later. Colloquial language. Fahima, you should use colloquial language. That's the spoken language, really. That's what you should be using in IELTS speaking. Gusti, I'm digging cockroaches. I've no idea. I've never heard that expression. Deep, good expression. I've got to burn the midnight oil. So ambition, good or bad, guys? Well, let's see what you say. So Ashraf says, ambition is good for your motivation. Without any ambition, you wouldn't start your own business, set or achieve goals and get very far in life. Beautiful English, Ashraf, beautiful. And a very good comment, actually. Yes. Syed also, right? It's important to have ambition in order to keep on track of your life, to keep on track with your life. On track with your life. Yeah, keep on track is a nice expression, Syed. Keep on track, right? To keep on your plan or your path. Nice. It was a double-edged weapon. You mean a double-edged sword? It's a double-edged. It is, I think, rather than it was. It is a double-edged sword. Yeah. So it can be both good and bad, right? We've got from I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. I can't read Cyrillic. I'll have to get that sorted. Ambition is good because you will strive to do your best and make no's. Make no's? I'm not sure about make no's, but you will strive to do your best. Yes. Great. Nice one. Healthy ambition is good. Yeah. Good. Gautam says, good as long as it is not to hurt others. Yeah, as long as, without the S, as long as it is not to hurt others. So, yeah, make sure your ambition doesn't hurt others. Any others? It's a good thing. If you have strong ambition on your own, you will get success in life. Nice. Let's put that into on your own. Good. Ishmit, if you don't have ambition, it's pointless living. Maybe you're just a happy camper. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a happy camper. Tim says ambition is a healthy indicator that distinguishes successful people from the herd. Wow. So distinguishes successful people from the others, from the rest, from the herd, right? Interesting, right? Good. Nice. So very, very positive. Everybody seems to see ambition as very, very good, which is absolutely great. It can be very, very good. So let's just put a kind of a summary on this. Ambition, good or bad? Well, it's good to have a competitive spirit, to strive to success. It helps you keep on track with your life or with your goals. Yep. What else did we have? Anything else? We've got track on. Of course, it's great as long as you don't hurt others. Yep. It's good as long as you don't hurt others. Or somebody said stamp on others. Right? So long as you don't hurt others or stamp on others is a nice idiomatic use of stamp. To stamp is to put your foot on somebody. As long as you don't stamp on others. It has different meanings. Of course, stamp on the envelope. But to stamp with your foot, and here is to crush or push other people down, put other people down. Good. So that can be things you can say about good. Is ambition good? Well, yes, as long as you don't hurt others. It helps you keep on track with your goals. But it can be bad. It can be bad if you see things as a zero-sum game, right? Do you know that expression, a zero-sum game? A zero-sum game is where let's imagine there are $100 in the world, right? Yes. Imagine the only money in the world is $100. So if I take $50, then somebody else takes $50. There's nothing left for everybody else, right? It's a zero-sum game, meaning 50 and 50, take them away, it's zero. The sum is zero. So the idea, sometimes that's true, it's a zero-sum game, but take the idea of happiness. If I'm happy and you're happy, does that mean there's no happiness for everybody else? No, it's not a zero-sum game, right? There is enough happiness for everybody. What about sunshine? If I enjoy the sunshine, does that mean you can't have the sunshine? No, it's not a zero-sum game, right? Now, it can be bad, right? Ambition can be bad if you see things as a zero-sum game. If you think that I must get it because if not, somebody else will win, right? Then it's a zero-sum game, right? Similar to, you could call it a win-lose situation, right? Let's call it that. A win-lose situation, which means if I win, you lose, right? That's a zero-sum game. It's the opposite of win-win. Win-win, everybody wins. I have the sunshine, you have the sunshine. Win-lose, if I have the sunshine today, you've got no sunshine. No, that is a win-lose situation. That is a zero-sum game. So ambition can be bad if you see things as a zero-sum game. And so you're trying to win to make sure other people don't win, right? If your success is at the expense of others, meaning others must lose. So you can win. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but does it make sense to you? Yep, does that make sense? At the cost of others, yes. It is not at the cost. At the cost of others. At the cost of others. Excuse me. Yep, that's the other way to say it. Good. Sure. Great, says Natalie. Great. Right. That's a good one from Sylvia. So ambition can be bad. If your ambition, if you have an arrogant ambition, okay, let's say that. If you have an arrogant ambition, this is what Sylvia's got. I reckon that sometimes ambition can be bad because if you have an arrogant ambition, it will get in the way and lost your time. Yes. So, yes, if you have an arrogant ambition, it can get in your way. It can get in your way and make you lose time. So true, right? If you're so stubborn and pushing for this goal and you're not realizing the flow of life, it's stopping you. Sometimes being so obsessed can stop you making progress because you can't see what's really happening, and it can make you lose time. Yes, very, very true. Good and bad. Okay, excellent. Now then, I'm going to move on. Talked about good and bad, whether ambitions are good or bad. We've talked about your ambitions. I'm going to move on to model answers. So this is the part where if you've got a question you want to ask me about ambition, and I will try and give you a model answer or a kind of answer about ambition. Okay, it's the model answer time. Macbeth. Well, Macbeth was very ambitious, Emmy. He was. Macbeth to his detriment, which meant he had a terrible time. I think Macbeth saw life as a zero-sum game, and it was him. And if it wasn't him, it was somebody else. So yes, ambition was his ruin, I think. Great. Nice comments, Zulfiya. You're going to wait for the notes. Yes. Right. Okay. Oh, this is a nice one. Oh, lots of nice questions here. Oh, can I take both of these? These are good. Let's start with Pweety PP. Do you have ambition and what are your ambitions in life? Yeah, okay. Let's go with that one first. Thank you, Pweety. Do you have an ambition? I think it is. And what are your ambitions in life? Right. Do you have an ambition and what are your ambitions in life? Just bear with me a moment. Okay. This is where I spend a couple of minutes just lining everything up. Right. Okay. This sounds like a part one question, so I'll keep it fairly short, right? I wouldn't say I'm a particularly ambitious person, but yes, I do have some ambitions, particularly professional ambitions. I do dream about writing a book and publishing a book. And so right now, I'm actually going to great lengths to write the script and start editing this idea I have for a book. And yes, that's an ambition that I have. Yep. Part one, quite short, probably maximum 20 seconds. There you go. Nice. Good question. I like this question as well from Pot Guard. I think this is a really good one. I'm going to rephrase it because it's not quite right, but the idea is a very good one. Do your dreams as a child have changed? So, have the dreams you had as a child, you had as a child changed. Yeah, that would be the grammatical, the correct grammatical way. Have the dreams, thanks Potguard, have the dreams you had as a child changed? Great question. Yes, hopefully they have. Well, maybe not necessarily, but for me, yes. Okay, we'll go with this. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a bit funny, but as a child, I longed to be a postman because I thought postmen had fantastic bicycles. But now, I think even as I was growing up as a young adult, that dream changed significantly. And I think I've become a little bit more ambitious. And I think certainly from a professional point of view, I have an ambition to be successful in the work that I do. I long to be a good teacher and to use innovative and creative ways of teaching. And although I don't want to stamp on other people, I do want to dig my heels in and do as much as it takes to become successful in my area or my field as a teacher. Again, it was a part one question, so keep it fairly short, but develop the idea. I had two ideas there, right? I talked about the childhood, being a postman, and then I talked about now, and about this dream of being successful in teaching. Notice I didn't repeat the writing a book one, because I don't want to repeat ideas from my past answers, because it's going to be repeating the same vocabulary. So don't fall into that trap. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to say the same thing because he asked me that before. Don't. Use different examples because different vocabulary pushes up your vocab score. If you repeat the same example, that will pull down your vocabulary score. But I love this because you notice I was able to integrate one or two idioms, right? To dig my heels in. Do what it takes, right? Similar to go to great lengths, to do what it takes. I will do what it takes to be successful. Nice. Let's try one more. Another one. Chadria, love is not a zero-sum game. Lovely. Nice. That's the thought for the day. Similar questions. Any different questions? Ambition you've had for a long time. What was the ambition when you were young? Right. Okay. Here's one which is a slightly different question. Have you ever achieved your ambition? Idana, nice. Let's take that. I'm going to help your spelling. But let me put this one into here. Have you ever what? Achieved. Have you ever achieved your ambition? Have you ever achieved your ambition? Now, they wouldn't ask that because it assumes you're referencing an ambition we've already talked about. I think it would be a more general question. Ambitions. Have you ever achieved your ambitions, like generally in life? I think that's the more likely question. Nice one. Thank you, Idana. Right. And again, it's a part one question, I think, right? Because it's about me and my life. Have you ever achieved your ambitions? That is a very good question. I think I have had several ambitions in my life. And to be honest, I haven't achieved all of them. One of them that I have not achieved is to be a kind of a famous guitar player. When I was in my 20s, I used to play guitar in a rock band, And I used to dream of being a famous rock star and playing the guitar at these big concerts. And whilst I was happy playing the guitar in the band, I never really achieved that level or status of being a world-renowned musician. But I have achieved my goal of building, a happy family. That was a personal goal that I always have wanted to achieve, and I do feel that I've reached that. It's been blood, sweat, and tears sometimes because obviously families have disagreements, but I think we are getting there. We have gotten there. So that's an ambition I feel I've reached. And that was a long answer, wasn't it? I think the examiner might have cut me off in the middle, but there is no examiner to cut me off. But to show you the language, right? That was difficult. I was racking my brains. Do you know what the problem is? Is that it's such a personal question, right? You think, well, do I want to talk about things I dream about, right? I mean, the thing about being a rock star, that was very much a 20-year-old dream. I probably didn't think it would happen. And I felt a bit nervous about exposing myself there, but to people I don't know, the examiner. And that makes IELTS questions sometimes quite difficult, right? The personal questions. But I think you just have to expose yourself, right? I mean, it's not, the examiner's never listening to the content, right? They're not going to make notes and then go to the local newspaper and say, did you know Keith actually wanted to be breaking news, right? They're not going to do that. So it's difficult sometimes, but you can talk about that. Or you could make something up. And I was toying with the idea of making up an example, but I chose that example. And then I wanted to talk. So the answer could be, well, no, I've never achieved my ambitions. That's fine. You could have wanted to talk about one that I did achieve. So the personal ambition. About the family, that's always, something, again, very personal, very hard to talk about. I found that really difficult, actually. But just stay focused on the language, right? Don't think it's a personal session revealing your life. It's all about the language. Great. Good. We don't get instant ideas. Yeah, Rahila, that is a great question. We don't get instant ideas. How to improve the ideas and examples in mind. It's an extremely difficult question. And I think that the one thing you can do, right, is to prepare better. So if you know the kind of topics that are coming up, maybe the kind of questions that are coming up, do your preparation, right? If you think ambition might be a topic that's coming up, prepare your ideas. Prepare the language. Rahim, let me just take you off. You're blocking me. Prepare the language. Prepare your ideas. So as you're studying photography, music, art, whatever. Think about the language, but think about ideas, what you can talk about. I think the key is to prepare before the test. That's what's really, really going to help you, I would say. It's a very good question. Very difficult. Ambitions are the same as desires. Strong desires. Very, very similar. Strong desires, yes. Right, these are all questions for me. Lots of questions. I'm not going to take any more questions. Okay, great. Who has influenced you? That's a nice question, yeah. But listen, guys, I'm going to start wrapping up. Lots of questions. So today we've looked at essential vocabulary. We've looked at idioms. We've looked at different themes around ambitions, good, bad, personal, professional, and some model answers. Let's have a review of the idioms, right? And we're going to do that with Kahoot. If you don't know Kahoot, it's a fun way for us to review the vocabulary, right? And we can do it together. You will need to go into www.kahoot.it, and then we'll start playing the game. So listen, let me just get it set up and we'll finish up with this. Bear with me a moment. Gonna log in. Dun, dun, dun. That's me. It's ambition. And we're gonna play. Let me bring you in so you can see what's going on. Teach. Your Kahoot is loaded. We're doing the classic. So what you need to do, right, is to go to www.kahoot.it. Turn down the sound. Excuse me. Put in your name and the game number 7069551. So that's www.kahoot.it and put in the game pin 7069551. 7069551. Great, we've got people coming in already, and we'll just give you a few seconds to get ready. Dun, 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 dun. Jeremy, Chuck, Van. Great. How many have we got in? 64. Okay, I'll just give you a second. Rahil, I am in my daughter's room. How did you know? Music is a bit strange. If I go to Kahoot, the live chat will close. Oh dear. But you can choose, you can answer in the chat. That's absolutely fine. If you want to stay, you can just answer in the chat. Right, guys, let's start. First question, right? Ambition. I am going to reach my goal. I won't blank in the towel. Let me just make that a bit smaller so you can see. Right, I'm going to reach my goal. I won't blank in the towel. Five seconds left. Oh, there's a few disagreements here. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people said through, but notice it's the future. I won't, I will not, must be the infinitive. Throw, see, I will not throw in the towel, right? Yes, the yellow one, because it's I will not plus the verb. Okay, so just be careful. Some of these questions are testing your tense and the prepositions. So pay very special attention. Question number 2. Oh no, scoreboard. Manas is up in first place with Gautam coming in second and a smiley L coming in third. Question number 2. In order to succeed, you need to stick blank it. Don't give up. You need to stick blank it. Don't give up. What's the preposition? Oh dear. Lots of funny answers. Well done, Anita. Right, again, that was very close between on and at. The answer was at. Stick at it. We need to stick at it, right? So those of you who put on, you're thinking of the literal meaning, right? You're thinking of the literal to stick on. Why am I so small? You're thinking of you stick the painting on the wall or you stick something on the paper. That's the literal meaning. But the idiomatic meaning, stick at it, to keep going, is at, right? Okay, good. So be careful. I am catching you out here. Where are we on the scoreboard? Manus is still there. The only change is Cookie has overtaken L. Here we go. Question number 3. He went to great blank to reach his goal. He went to great blank to reach his goal, meaning to do everything possible. Great music. Well done, Hershey. Ambanashri, well done. Nazila, well done. Right, this is much better. Great. The vast majority of you got lengths. He went to great lengths to reach his goal. Nice one. Where are we on the scoreboard? Manus is still holding it, and L has come back, overtaking Cookie again. It's an exciting race. It's more exciting than the US elections. Next question. Here we go. Question 4, the last one. I reached my goal, but it was blood, sweat, and blank. Come on, I expect 100% here. It was blood, sweat, and blank. Aurora, well done. Anashri Nazila, well done. 3, 2, 1. Oh, much better. That's good. Yes. It was blood, sweat, and tears. Well done. Quite a few of you put in pain because you're thinking literally, but remember it's idiomatic. Blood, sweat, and tears. Well done. Nice. A good note to finish on. But let's see then in this podium where... Well, you got 3rd. Manus was pushed off the top. Who's winning? Gautam, well done. Number 1. Yo, check it out. Excellent. Well done, Gautam. You got up there first. Well done. Brilliant. Nice. Top of the pops. So those are some very, very useful idioms. Be careful, right? Because idioms, one thing is to know them. The second thing is to use them correctly. The right tense, the right preposition, the right form of the word. Right. Brilliant. Great. Guys, we're going to finish up here. Just to remind you, again, if you are on YouTube, do remember to subscribe, turn on the notifications as always. At the end of this, if you go to my website, which is Key Speaking Academy, in about 4 or 5 hours, I will publish the notes. So the notes that we've had today, right, all of these notes, let me take me away. These will go onto the website and they will be published there. The website is here. It's the Key Speaking Academy. All you need to do is go and click on the free live lessons, right? And there you will be able to download the notes. Great. If you've not got the free ebook yet, go and check out my free ebook. It's on the home page, right? If you go there, you can go just straight away. The 10 most common mistakes in IELTS speaking. Go and download that straight away. You can have that and start learning what not to do. Excellent. So it's Keith Speaking Academy. Let me put it down here. Where is it? Can I do that? No, I can't. KeithSpeakingAcademy.com. You've got it there at the bottom. Brilliant. And if you're interested, by the way, do remember on Udemy, you can go and get the Fluency for IELTS Speaking course, brand new course to help you with your fluency, grammar, and intonation and pronunciation. Brilliant. The links are all going to be down below in the show notes as well, or on my website. If you go to the website, Lots of little buttons you can press if you enjoy pressing buttons. Thank you very much, everybody. It's, as always, been a great pleasure being with you. Look out for the video. Well, look out for the lucky draw tomorrow. Lucky draw tomorrow morning. I'll put a post on Facebook group. This is the Facebook group, by the way. And you can win either my first course or my new course for free. That's the lucky draw. The result will be on Saturday. Sunday, new video coming out featuring Stan the Man, my best friend. And he'll be teaching you about IELTS speaking, the topic of furniture, part 1 topic. So look out for that on Sunday. In the meantime, have a great day. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you somewhere out there in the Ethernet. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye now.